Hey there, I'm Elise Archer, personal brand strategist and video confidence coach. And today I want to give you some support if you are trying to figure out how to make that big, scary leap into the unknown. So a lot of the clients I work with are, they have a vision for something bigger that they want to do with their lives. And they may feel like where they are right now isn't really aligned with where they see themselves being. Maybe it's that they are an entrepreneur and they want to become more visible in their space, but there's some fear around that. Or sometimes it's that they're in corporate and they really feel called to go out and do their own thing, but there's a lot of fear of leaving the security, quote unquote security, of their corporate job. And then sometimes it's different, right? So it's different for everybody. But I've done this a number of times in my life, and really twice in my career, where I have left business partnerships that were very high paying business partnerships, but that no longer felt right to me. Like they just no longer felt like I was energetically aligned with the opportunity. And it was really, really scary both times. However, both times it turned out really well for me. And I want to share with you just some of the things that I would encourage you to do if you are considering making a big leap. So the first thing that I would advise is have somewhat of a backup plan. So if we're talking about making a big leap, maybe into creating your own business, it's not a bad idea to have a backup plan. Like I tend to be more of the burn the ships, do it, like, the universe has got your back type of thing, which I believe, but I also believe that you don't want to do something where you're jumping into a bad situation without having some sort of backup, without having some sort of just a safety net almost. Like one of the things that I've always been careful about doing is if I'm making a big career leap where I'm going to go out and start my own thing, and I've done this a couple of times now too, like I make sure I have a certain amount of money in the bank. It creates a sense of just kind of calm so that when you go into doing this thing, you're not frantically like, oh my God, I need clients tomorrow or else I'm going to have to file bankruptcy. That's not a great place to be coming from. So I would say whatever that monetary amount is that feels right to you, where you're like, hey, I could reasonably live on this for 6 months, a year, that's going to help you feel really good about whatever you're doing. The second thing is to actually pay attention to your body. So sometimes we get so caught up in the should I, shouldn't I? We create all this drama around this big leap that we're feeling called to make. And one of the things that I've noticed is that my body tells me what the right choice is. So there's a couple different ways you can think about this. One thing that I found really helpful is to kind of get in a quiet place and start to think about the first option, whatever the first option is, whether it's to stay or whether it's to go. And I want you to feel in your body how that feels. And does it feel expansive? Do you feel more open? Do you feel more like, even though there may be some fear, do you still feel kind of like at peace? Or do you feel constriction? Do you feel yourself tighten? Do that for both of the options and feel which one feels more expansive. And that's actually typically going to tell you which direction you should go in. And we get just so disconnected from our bodies these days with all the technology and unhealthy food and stuff. But really, your body is a guide to tell you which direction you should go in when you're looking to make a big leap. And if you can get quiet enough and reconnected with your body, it's going to help you. And then the third thing is, even though, yes, you want to have a backup plan, you want to have money in the bank if you're looking to go out and start your own thing, at a certain level, you also have to not take it all so seriously. So one of the things that always kind of makes me laugh that I remind myself is, look, we're on a giant rocks, like hurtling through this black infinite space, right? So at the end of the day, it's not all so serious. And I have to remind myself of this a lot. But it helps me remember that, look, even if I make this leap and I fail miserably, and even if I do this thing that I'm feeling called to do and it doesn't work out the way I hope it will at the beginning, it's not all so serious. It's okay. That's what this whole life is about, is to experience things, to experience the ups, the downs, the highs and lows, and to learn along the way. And if we don't let ourselves do that, then what the heck is the point? You're not going to make it out alive anyway, right? So just remember, at the end of the day, we're here to learn. We're here to grow. We're here to make mistakes. We're here to have fun, to laugh it off, and to not take it all so seriously. So if you can have some levity with it all and a little bit of a sense of humor, it's going to help you. So those are just 3 tips. There's plenty more that you might, consider if you are looking to make a big leap in your career and in your life. And I'm happy to create more content around this if this is useful to you. But I'd love if you shared, do you have any tips for someone who's wanting to make that next big leap? Or is there any other questions that you have about this that I can answer? Again, I've done this a number of times and it's worked out pretty well when I've done it, but I've also, I've experienced all the emotions that come along with it, and I can relate to you if you're going through this. So just know that I'm cheering you on, and whatever you're feeling called to do, there's a reason for that, and I want to really encourage you and help you in that. So lots of love. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.